Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. Real quick, what do I mean by live for those of you that are maybe new to these videos? When I say live, what I mean is that this is not a situation where I've already recorded everything and now I'm coming back and doing a trade recap or some sort of post commentary voiceover. Nothing like that. I'm recording myself live, seeing the information for the very first time. So if you want raw thoughts, raw emotions, raw reactions, you will get that here. But to honor your time, if you are looking for a nicely scripted video, nicely edited video, then you are not going to get that here. But if you just want a nitty gritty look into what it's like to be a day trader, how day trading can play out, then you will get that in this video. I'll be watching Tesla out of the opening gates, and I'm thinking I'm going to get a payday here. Sometimes you see setups out there. Sometimes you see behaviors that don't lead you to believe you're guaranteed anything. So I'm not saying guaranteed, but I'm feeling good, feeling really good about the opportunity to get a little payday here. But again, because these are live, maybe I'm about to look like a sucker. Maybe I'm about to look stupid and lose money, maybe not make that much money. I don't know, but like I said, my mindset right now is I'm feeling good about things, and we'll have to see how it all plays out. But market opens up here in about 7 minutes, so I'll go ahead and pause and see you at the open. All right, markets are about to open up here any second, and there we are. Markets are opened. So got to let this thing try to play out here a little bit. Opening minute here. So maybe 5:48. It's where I might want to head, but let's see if this thing wants to at least bounce up here first. 553-ish is going to be an area to keep an eye on. Good, yeah. Let's see if we can get some bouncing here. All right, let me go. All right, what is that? 553. This thing looks like it wants to get down below 553. I'm going to hop in. There we go. Some at 1240. So let's see if this thing wants to come down below at least 552 minimum. Like I said, looking for 552 at least. Now I'm wondering, should I add if it comes back down to that area at 553? I will add. If it comes back down to 553. Still very bearish on it. Okay, starting to come down somewhat. Okay, added some more. Now looking for this thing to get down below 552. Come on down. There's the break. Oh, whoops. Should have changed that. Still have one left, but I scaled out way too fast. All right. Darn it. 115. I don't know. Maybe I lucked out in the right thing by doing that because now it's bouncing back upwards. I do like 552. What is that? What is this area right here? 551. 551 flush. So yeah, I suppose maybe I lucked out a little bit there. Yeah, but 551. But that was disappointing. I thought it was going to roll over. It did roll over, kind of, but I mean, I'll call it as it is. Kind of lucked out on that one by scaling out as much as I did. I'm glad I got out. We'll see what it wants to do right now, but as of now, it's almost feels like it could go either way. So it is approaching. I'm not going to take it on this candle, though. I'm just not going to do that. Five, 5, 1. So we'll see what it wants to do. But yeah, as of now, I don't want to take it on this candle. Whew, see, and that's exactly why. Look at that. What a joke. These are some white lines that I marked pre-market that caught my attention. So maybe, just maybe, some sort of interesting candle might form up around there. But yeah, that's why I made that requirement. I want to just give that thing a little bit more room, a little bit more time. And that's why, because it's just something didn't feel quite right. But if 553 wants to come back into play, I would be interested now. This is wow, look at this candle forming now. Bizarre movement on Tesla this morning. Almost wondering if I should just stay away from it. And here, remember what I was saying? I was feeling good. Well, 553 in there at 12.95. Let's see if we can finally get this thing down again below 552 at least, and ideally below 551. There we go. Let's see if we can get down below 550. Still have one left. There we go. Come on, get some more push. Now, at this point, it's not if I make money, but just how much money am I going to make? So this is a great spot to be in. And at this point, I am feeling no stress at all. And this is the goal as traders. Let me say that again. The only stress I have is how much money am I going to make? Not if I make money, but how much? And that is a great, great spot to be in. But like I said, I'm holding this. Want to see if this thing can make another push down below 548. We'll see if this is a dead cat bounce here. See if it's a little breath before I move back down. But like I said, truly, truly a very relaxing place to be right now. No, maybe I'll look back and say, oh, Clay, you should have sold that one contract where he did. But what happens if this thing just completely tanks? So let's see if it can get knocked down here by the VWAP. Again, let's see if we can get knocked back down by that yellow line there. All right, I need to just hop out there. Oh, whoops. I have one left. That's why. Well, give me a little chance here. I don't know. This thing looks like it might just be wanting to consolidate out here and maybe then start to bounce back upwards. But let me give this thing a little chance. Again, if it can get back below 551, I like the chances of it potentially making another move to the downside here. Nope, see 551, very, very tricky spot. But again, there's no stress here. It's not if I make money. The only stress I have is how much money am I going to make? And that is a great stress to have as a trader. All right, getting some move to the downside. Let's see if 550 can break. There we go. Now can we get down to 548? Or is this thing just going to bounce again? I'm just going to take it. There, $695. It's $940, and I got my payday. First one was a little shaky, but I stuck with it, and then ultimately did get paid. So $695 in 10 minutes. And when it comes to my approach and my kind of philosophy towards trading, what I like to call the be done in 30 approach, I'm looking to be done on average 30 minutes every day. And if I can do that, fantastic. Now, today was 10 minutes. Other days, it's going to be longer than 30 minutes. But on average, if I can be done after 30 minutes, then that's what I want, because I do trading to, as an income source, so I can open up my time. Because to me, that's the greatest wealth is time. Now, maybe you define wealth and riches as a Lamborghini, as a yacht, as a jet. And if that's what your definition is, cool. I hope you go. I hope you get it. I mean, accomplish those goals. But for me, true wealth is freedom of time. And now that I'm going to move on with my day after only 10 minutes of quote unquote work, as a father of 4 kids, I just want to go out and have freedom of time and be able to do with my time whatever I want. And so that's kind of my approach to it. I get it. Yeah, I could sit here and keep trading. But yeah, at some point it's like, okay, well, it's just money, right? Like, so I'm sitting here using all my time to make more money, but I'm still having to use my time. Whereas now I'm happy. To me, and I don't know what your time's worth, but my time is definitely worth 10 minutes of my time to generate $695. I'm certainly more than happy with that. And then one final thing also, if you do enjoy these live trade videos, please let me know. They're not easy to make because they are truly live. I have to think for myself. I have to make alerts in the chat room. I have to execute my trades. I have to talk to you. There's just a whole bunch of stuff going on. And I've been doing them since 2013 when I started the channel. But like I said, from a good old-fashioned time management 101 perspective, I want to make sure that I'm using my time in the right way. And by communicating to me that these are worth my time, that is very helpful. So how do you do that? Hit the like button, leave a comment below, even if it's just a thumbs up emoji. But those two things communicate to me that it is worth my time. And as long as I know that, then I will keep doing them. So thank you for hanging out. Hopefully you had a good morning too. Everybody take care. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.